What is going on, everyone? It's March 6th, and we're going to be talking about March 7th NBA slate. You know, tonight I was watching the NBA, the Celtics game versus the Mavs, and it gets me so excited watching Jason Tatum back. I am a Lakers fan, diehard Lakers fan, but I do believe that the Celtics will win. I'm a realistic guy. Anyways, let's get into this NBA slate for tomorrow. Also, I want to remind you guys to make sure you check the injury report list tomorrow. Currently, it's 8:39 p.m. Eastern Time, March 6th. So anything can change tomorrow. Make sure you check that injury report list, all right? All right, the first game is the Magic versus the Wolves. First and foremost, obviously the Wolves are a much better team. The Magic is still missing Franz Wagner. Here's the problem with picking the spread in this game. Both of these teams are horrible at the spread. Wolves are 4-6 last 10 with the spread. Magic is 5-5 last 10. Overall in the season, Wolves are 28-35. Magic is 25-35. 36. So I guess the Wolves have a little bit of an edge, but it's still not something that I feel comfortable with. I believe the Wolves will win at home, though. That is my prediction. They're doing better the last 10. They're 8-2, whereas the Magic is 6-4, and the Wolves have a very good home record as well, 22-11. And on top of that, Magics have struggled playing away. Remember, no Franz Wagner. That's very important. Now, where I do worry is the fact that Rudy Gobert tends to foul a lot and get fouled out here and there. And on top of that, Magic is better at free throws than the Wolves. They're 79%, whereas the Wolves are about 74.5%. And also they turn over the ball more, the Wolves. So that's why I'm kind of worried to pick that, negative 7.0 spread with the Wolves. I do believe they're going to win. Now, if I had to pick one, I would pick the Wolves to cover the spread, but my pick is the Wolves to win the game. The next game we're going to talk about is the Pistons versus the Nets. The Nets, horrible. 0-10 last 10. They're just very bad. They're 1-9 their last 10 with spreads. On the other hand, the Pistons have done a good job. Now, the reason why the spread is only at 13.5 at the time of this recording is because Cade is questionable. Now, Thompson is not going to be playing this game. It's already confirmed. As of right now, he's out because of ankle. However, with or without Cade, I believe the Pistons cover the spread at home. There is a reason why the Nets are 0-10 last 10. All right? And on top of that, even if Michael Porter Jr. scores 40 points, which I don't think he will against this Detroit Pistons defense, even if he does that, I don't think that's going to be enough for the Nets to win. I like the Pistons at home. They have good depth. Their substitutes are very good. On top of that, they have the home crowd advantage. The Nets just suck in general. There's nothing much more to say. I'm picking the Pistons to cover the 13.5 spread that it is currently at right now. The next game is the Hawks and the 76ers. The 76ers should be a better team with everyone available, but sadly they're not going to be all available. Embiid is out, Paul George is still on suspension, and then VJ Edgecombe is out as of right now. On the other hand, the Hawks are the only person in the injury report is Kuminga at questionable. Now, with or without Kuminga, I'm still picking the Hawks to win at home. The 76ers have been struggling. They're 4-6 last 10, whereas the Hawks are actually 6-4 last 10. Sorry. And then also this whole season, the Hawks have beaten them the last 3 times they faced against each other. I had a 20-ounce Red Bull. I just drank that thing. Not good for your throat, definitely. It feels very dry. But these two teams have faced each other 3 times this season, and the Hawks won all 3 of them. On top of that, I've been preaching over and over that the Hawks are a very promising team. They're so athletic. They're young. I love Jalen Johnson. Now, Kuminga, I'm not very familiar with his game. I've never really gotten to watch. I've never really been a big fan of him, but I know he's good. I know he's great. He's playing his own game now that he's out of the Warriors. And Jalen Johnson, man, he's one of my favorite players, top 10 this season. Anyways, the Hawks should win this game at home. The next game we're going to talk about is the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, this is going to be an interesting game, all right? So, John Collins is still out, and Darius Garland is out as of this time. On the other hand, Santi Aldama and KCP is out. Ja Morant still out. Now, both of them has faced each other 3 times this season, where the Grizzlies have won all 3 of them. Now, currently, the Clippers are favored by 7.5. And I am going to pick the underdogs, who is the Grizzlies, to cover the spread. I don't think they're going to win this game, all right? But beating the Clippers 3 times this season, it shows some sort of dominance against them. I don't care if this and that person played or not. I don't care about that. It's a mentality game. Not everything is about individual players. Not everything is about how good a team is, in my opinion. Sometimes it's the mentality that comes with it. You see these phenomenal teams losing against these trash teams. Well, why? Because the game before that, they beat them before. It's like that. I believe this is one of those situations where the Clippers could win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they won by only a point or two, or maybe even lose, because they are playing at the Grizzlies Stadium. And now when we talk about statistics, yeah, statistically, the Clippers are better than the Grizzlies, of course. But again, not everything can be statistics either, and this is one of those games. And I am going to be biased because I don't like that Mathurin dude from the Clippers. I really don't. I've never liked him, even when he played at the Pacers. I just don't. I want to see his downfall. So sorry, guys. I'm very sorry if you're a Clippers fan. I still love you guys, but I think the Grizzlies cover at home. Now, if you pick the Clippers, good luck to you. We'll see who wins tomorrow night, okay? With the spread. I'm picking the Grizzlies to cover the spread. Now, the next game we're going to talk about is the Utah Jazz versus the Bucks. Now, the Bucks do have Giannis back, but Kevin Porter Jr. is currently out with knee. On the other hand, the Jazz will be missing Laurie, Jaren Jackson, Isaiah Kohler, Nurkic, and on top of that, Kessler. Now, I don't know how it's going to work out tomorrow. I don't know who's going to end up playing, who's not going to end up playing. But as of right now, with this list, the Bucks should win at home. I am going to pick the Bucks to cover that 10.0 spread. Here is why. You have the two main centers for Jazz missing, and you have Giannis on the other hand. And again, I've been hating on the Bucks the whole season, right? But with Giannis back, I'm going to start favoring the Bucks. I think the Bucks win and win very comfortably, covering the spread at home. They're much better. I mean, even if, let's see, Laurie plays or Jaren Jackson, this is a situation where I would not go against Giannis. I get it. They're not doing phenomenal. I get it. The Jazz are better at covering the spreads than the Bucks, but we also have to consider that the Bucks miss Giannis for a long time. I'm picking the Bucks to win at home. They're better defensively. They give up 10 points less a game than the Jazz. And on top of that, the one thing I like about the Bucks is their ability to not turn over the ball as much as the Jazz. I'm not saying the Bucks are great at it. I mean, they still turn over the ball 13 times, 14 times basically per game, but Jazz turns over the ball more, and I just think the Bucks are better. Giannis makes a big difference. I'm picking the Bucks to cover the spread at home. The last game of the day is the Warriors versus Thunders. Now, this would be an interesting game. It would be, but Steph is not playing, Butler isn't playing, Moody isn't playing. On the other hand, SGA, Chet, basically, if SGA is playing, I'm picking the Thunders to win this game. They're going to be playing at the Thunder Stadium. They're much better. I mean, the Warriors have just been not really as good without these starters playing. It's a Saturday night. The Thunders are going to want to get that easy win. Currently, the spread is 14.0, which is a lot. But the last 3 times they've faced each other, the Thunders have covered that 14.0 spread 2 times out of the 3. And honestly, that December 2nd game, the Warriors just got lucky. I don't know how they played the way they did against this Thunders team. Not going to happen. Thunders should easily win tomorrow night. I don't care what happens. Thunders to cover the spread. That is my pick. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And please share with one person. Do it for me. I'll see you guys later.